Hey everyone, welcome to TakuCast 0, episode 12. I am Gun and I'm joined by,
Mr. Honey Badger.
and this week is all about the GTA.
Yeah. Well, that's it really. Thanks for
Indeed.
tuning in. um, I'll let you take the lead on this, as
Okay,
always.
so there's the trailer first of all, but CVG, Computer and Video Games.com, they got like a lot of exclusive details, even an interview with Leslie Benzies. I'm not sure that's how you say his surname, but he's the president of Rockstar North, and he got them a ton of new details as well, so. Should we start with the trailer, or should we start with like all the bullet points, or
Uh,
how do you want to do this?
hmm. Let's. What jumped out to you the most? Let's just talk about it.
Okay. Firstly, let's get the bad news over the way. 16 players at
Yeah,
any one time. Now, if it comes to PC, it'll probably be 32.
that'd be awesome.
But like
But
they're kind of trying to say it's an MMO. Like even though
yeah,
there's only 16 players active at any one time, you're kind of like everything is being compared against everyone else who's playing. That
um,
kind of thing.
if it came to when it comes to PC, and if like the multiplayer turned out to be like insane on PC, like really good, would that kind of spur you towards getting a rig that could run it?
No, because I think if it's coming to PC, then actually, I'm almost 100% sure it's going to come to PS4 and Xbox One, and I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll be able to handle the
Oh,
32.
definitely, definitely. It's like the GTA multiplayer or the GTA universe that gamers have always wanted.
Indeed.
It's got like I thought it was just cool, like riding the motorbike off the cliff and then parachuting. That's just like they just hypothetically you can just organize these crazy things to do just to pass the time.
Yep.
And
That's completely unstructured. Like you
yeah,
can be
yeah, that's
just
what I mean.
messing around.
That's what I mean. Like a couple of players, obviously that was scripted for the video, but like
Oh yeah.
you could just say, hey, do you want to go ride our motorbikes off a cliff or like something like that, and or let's go rob this store together and like get it, like plan heists, like
There's
uh,
so much to do with them. I'm having difficulty thinking of where we should start.
yeah, that's the problem. Also, do you notice when they showed the boats racing near the beginning, then you see this little like diver come up out of the water?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was like, that's pretty cool.
Like the effects in the water, kind of like you could see something was coming up before you could actually see the submarine,
Yeah,
like the
I,
foam with the water or something.
I'm like super impressed with how good this game looks, considering it's on current gen now. And
It's crazy.
I don't know how they're doing it, but that's Rockstar. Also, the gunplay looks insanely good.
It does really, really, really well.
Yeah, looks really, I don't know, like heavy. You know what I mean? It's got that weight that you'd expect a gun to have.
But also kind of quick as well. Like he's
Yeah,
kind of you're zipping through targets really quick.
yeah. I'm interested to see how that transitions to multiplayer properly. Like actual playing against other players is it smooth. I guess it depends on the player. If you're really good,
Yeah, we were kind of only showing players against AI. We weren't really
yeah.
showing
I think
players
that'd still
versus
be fun.
players. Oh
Like
yeah,
imagine you just go on these huge heists because like it seems like you need it seems like you need like a lot of money to do things. I like that though, that you need to actually get money to do stuff. You can't just like, oh, just hop on the game and do all these things. Like, you can buy your own car for your multiplayer world and buy your own place. I think it's really cool.
you buy insurance for that car, and once it's
Yeah,
insured, even if it gets destroyed, you can call up the insurance company and they'll replace it.
that's really cool.
So, and maybe let's say you got 1.1 million dollars to spare, you can buy yourself a Shamal jet, and then
That's
let's say you have a jet, and I'd be like, okay, I better be friends with this guy because this jet could come in handy for certain heists or something like that. So
ah, I see.
might
So you
and
might,
maybe I could even pay you for those for your services because you are able to share your weapons and your ammunition and your money from what I
wow,
understand.
that's so cool. Imagine like, you could do like so much like backstabbing stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really interesting. You'd like, I know a guy, we can trust him, but then it turns out you can't trust him. And then like,
One
you need,
really cool thing that sorry, go ahead.
no, it's okay.
Because it ties into what you're saying. But let's say we're robbing a liquor store
Hmm.
and I'm holding up the fella and you're getting the cash out of the till.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the cash physically is the one who decides how it gets split out between whoever was joining it.
Whoa, I love that.
So if you think I was just fucking around and not helping you, then you can say, listen, I'm not giving you nothing.
But hey, you know what
Or,
else you could do? You could just fucking waste them in the store.
well, that's it. And this ties into something else. Let's say you betray me and don't give me a fair share or don't give me anything.
Yeah.
I have two options. Well, three. I could ignore you and let you off the hook. I could hunt you down and try and kill you before you reach a bank to deposit that money. Because once you die, you drop your cash, which is another risk you're taking if you're carrying around a lot of cash. You try and
Oh,
get that into the bank first. Or, according to GameSpot, I could hire a hitman to take you out.
like another player or
From what I understand, well, technically either way,
yeah.
because
Huh.
I could hire maybe someone from the site and say, listen, I'll give you 20 grand if you kill him and get well,
Wow.
not 20 grand, but
Yeah,
there is a
some.
lot of AI people you can call up in multiplayer.
I don't think that would work too well though.
One guy you can call to call in airstrikes.
Wow.
Another one can hide your dot on the map, make you invisible.
Oh, and you could sneak up on him.
Yeah,
That would be cool. Wow, there's a lot of possibilities.
too many possibilities to
Yeah.
even begin. So
Oh man.
I might just start going through this list because
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start at the top. This is on TakuCast. Gunn wrote this
well,
article.
I got all this from CVG,
Yeah.
so
Well,
maybe
he compiled it here for us to read, and we're gonna read it.
compile is another way of saying copy and paste.
Shut up.
But yeah, so general info, and this all came from the interview with Leslie Benz. So they started thinking about this way back in GTA 3, but they never had the manpower
Yeah.
or the technology to make it happen.
They
But
can't
now,
build it. Make it stronger, faster.
but yeah, they can now. Um, what was shown, or what everything that's been shown so far has been the PS3 version, but PS3 isn't the lead platform. It's the two of them are being developed in parallel, which is good for everyone. So
Yeah,
you want,
that's really good. It's fair.
yeah. And he says there's very very little difference between the two.
Yeah, I would have said the same even for GTA 4. Like, there wasn't much of a difference.
Uh,
Personally, I thought that.
yeah, fair enough. Do you
Um,
want to take the next one or next few?
okay. Well, so let's see. Actually, okay, yeah, not the platform. Very little difference. I actually just wasn't really following. I was browsing, looking for the other things.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not on the ball. Right, so they're already thinking about the future in terms of missions, new content, clothes, apartments for the next while. So you can also, well, you can just obviously assume that like it's going to be heavily supported with loads of added features and plan to use data from players in building the future of GTA Online. So this is going to be here as long as GTA is here. GTA Online is going to be here, and we're going to get to see it
which
evolve.
which kind of backs up like they're not gonna like they have big plans for online, right? They want us to keep supporting it for a long time to come.
Yeah,
So they'd be stupid not to have a PS4 version and a Xbox One version.
yeah, because people are just going to move on. Like nobody's going to stick around for what, even if it is GTA. I'm not going to stick around to current gen.
Yeah,
This is the
like
last hurrah of the Xbox and the PlayStation and what have you.
maybe GTA 5 won't come to next gen, but GTA Online
I
will.
would love that.
It's
Imagine
almost
that, and they
certainly.
made it a DLC.
And he actually hinted as well at Los Santos is just the start, and they've been working around with other like he said they may even end up like making the whole world, like not just
Whoa.
like so expect Las Venturas to come back in San Fierro, Liberty City, Vice City, and then London and Tokyo or whatever else.
Yeah, all the places they've been in the game.
Yeah,
In the games, rather.
like in the coming years to be added in as DLC or something like that.
Wow, that's so cool. I'd love to go back to Vice City with awesome graphics. I love Vice City. It's my first real experience of GTA, so I guess I got some like that nostalgia.
It's a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, I don't know why. Although San Andreas is easily the best.
Oh yeah, great. Well, I think 5 is going to be better than best.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. Um, so I guess you want to take the next, well, like two or something.
I think you skipped one, but just it's not really a big thing. It's just that online and 5, like, there's not going to make any graphical compromises between the two. They're both going to look the same. He said maybe cars will be streamed in a little bit differently because cars take up a lot of memory.
Oh,
But other than that, they're going to be identical. You're not going to
ain't
tell the difference.
yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool then. That's no big deal either. Even
Yeah,
if they did look a little different, because it still looked really nice.
yeah, GTA 5's not an
Uh,
ugly game.
no, it's not at all. It's insane what they can do, like these huge worlds, and they can make it look so Like it looks like a holiday destination, but you just get to experience it in a video game. Like
Exactly.
racing jet skis would be really fun, I think. I don't know why it's like, well, that looks class.
Everything looks classic, and
Yeah,
even
that's
like
true.
the jet skis, because no matter how many times you race, like let's say you're racing in calm weather compared to racing in stormy weather, you're gonna have a different experience there.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. And like someone might be better at handling it, in stormy weather or something like that, and it might make a difference. I think racing is going to be fun in the game. That's something I'm actually looking forward to is racing, and I didn't care about it in GTA 4.
Well,
I
even
hope
better.
this. Sorry.
I was gonna say even better be able to make your own races.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll get to that
We'll
though.
get to that, yeah. That's this whole
And
topic.
they're focusing on the current gen version getting out, and they'll see what happens in the future with regards to next gen. I do think they will bring it to next gen because it's so close to to the end. It's at the very end of the life cycle. Like, why not?
I think they're obviously not going to say anything about it until after this is launched on
Yeah,
current gens because they don't want to affect sales.
yeah,
Like
true.
this way, they can get me into buying it twice,
Yeah,
even
I
though.
would buy it twice if it came out on next gen, and I had it. Well, I will get it on current gen. Like, I'm gonna get it again. Like,
Yeah, same. And
so
I don't think anyone could judge us for doing it.
no, oh god, especially since like I'm gonna get both consoles eventually. Like, it'll be cool to be able to play with everybody.
Exactly.
Myself and yourself used to often talk about what we do in a big online GTA world.
You know,
And I
the
don't think,
dream.
yeah, and when it went online with 4, like it just didn't offer, even though I didn't have it on the PS3, like, but even still, it just didn't offer what I'd want in a GTA game,
No,
you know.
the
So
environment was all wrong. Yeah,
yeah,
everything.
I think we were just thinking of if San Andreas was online because that's what we played the
That's
most.
what we wanted. And if we had it on PC, we could get the mod to do that. But
Yeah,
oh well,
yeah, here we are now.
we have five to do the job
Yeah,
for us. Hopefully.
I remember playing San Andreas recently, and it just felt so bad to play. Like, it's weird, even though like it's such a like classic game. It has aged pretty badly.
Yeah. The controls were never really great.
Oh, that's true. Ah, well, what do you expect, I guess. I
But
guess
now
we'll
the
get.
controls on five kind of look like they could be the best shooting
Yeah,
controls
because I
in
mean,
third
like
person gaming.
they've got things like Max Payne, the experience for making that, and Red Dead Redemption. You know,
I
they're
think it looks
both
better.
tight games. Like
I think it looks better than Max Payne from what I've seen so far. Even though it's like almost identical, it just seems a little bit sharper or something.
maybe you never know. They could have more time to kind of figure it out a bit.
Yeah,
I'd love to play it on PC though.
you probably will at some stage.
Um, yeah, I'd say so.
There
Uh,
was that Nvidia earlier on during the week. Some fellow was talking. He said,
yeah,
Nvidia is going to run this game, and then he slipped in GTA 5, and then everyone was like, "Whoa, did you just
yeah,
confirm GTA 5?" And then later he backtracked. Well, you know this already.
yeah, and he was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, it's just an example," but like, um, I honestly think I was like, that's just damage control. Like he knew like why GTA 5? Why did he say that? And it's obviously because he knows about it. It's coming. They're working on it right now for the PC, and when the
why
time
do
is
you
right,
why do you think they need to keep the PC version hush hush?
uh, but just to kind of maybe get people thirsty for it.
I think they're plenty thirsty for it.
Like
Well, like if they announced it, they'd still be thirsty for it. Like I know it's coming to PS3, and I'm fucking desperate for it.
yeah, I would much rather it on PC because like console. I just feel like it's still going to be limited to what it could be when they bring it out to PC.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But
Um, But it's looking like we're finally going to get you know, that game we've all been waiting for. That GTA game we've been waiting for.
yeah, the game that GTA 4 should have been.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah. Just what? In an hour, it'll be exactly a month.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god. Actually, yeah, we have a month to play, like before we're going to be playing it. I'm gonna be in college, and that's gonna suck. It's not on a
Yeah,
Tuesday, right?
it's a Tuesday. Yeah,
What's the point?
I'm gonna try and get work off for like two
Yeah,
weeks, 3 weeks.
I
Oh,
can't like.
by the way, GTA Online will not be on the release of GTA 5. Like
Oh,
when
that's
you
right.
you get GTA 5, there's gonna be uh You know how there's a character selection wheel?
Yeah.
There's going to be a fourth slot that's going to have a countdown timer on it. And when that runs out, you'll be able to pick that, and then you can go online. And that'll happen October 1st.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Like, for
Maybe
one,
too busy with single
yeah,
player.
you're gonna be balls deep in single player, and then even still, sometimes when I get games like I want to play single player for a little while first, get used to the game, get situated with it as it were,
Yeah,
and then move on to what you call that thing,
multiplayer.
multiplayer. Sorry, I'm really tired.
Yeah, that's I guess there probably is some people complaining that they want it day one, but
You know what?
it's just 2 weeks.
You know what? Fuck them guys.
Yeah.
That's what. Oh my god, I want GTA Online right now. Like we didn't even know how class it was going to be.
It's for your own good. Like they're
Yeah,
doing it for the sake of making sure it
yeah,
all works smoothly
of
when it does
quality.
come out.
Yeah,
So
and like I don't know. I mean, no, we haven't seen. I haven't seen personally anyone complaining. Uh,
you
but
just know, there has to be someone.
yeah, there is definitely like I don't know why we can't just get it now or just delay it till it's all ready to go. I want a complete package, you know.
Yeah,
Um, but
canceling my pre-order.
yeah, can't say now. Let's boycott GTA 5. That would never work.
Getting Saints Row 4 right now.
Top comment on the GTA 5 videos channel for the multiplayer gameplay is one of the top comments is this video cured my impotence. That was a good one. I felt I
uh,
should share that.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, we can all move on with our lives.
All right.
Eh,
Speaking of moving on, maybe we should hit the
yeah.
next point.
Oh, hey, hey.
What's with this guy,
Yeah,
huh?
with the segues and the hey and the yo.
Alright, so next bullet point. It retains almost all of the core gameplay from the single player. That includes losing, co-op heists, death matches, races, gang attacks, crew versus crew, sports like tennis, base jumping, golf. They'll all be playable online. Plus your ambient stuff like just random armored van robberies, crates drops, whatever they could be. Maybe planes drop crates every once in a while. You
Maybe
race
like
to them.
yeah, I was gonna say like I like that kind of stuff and because if it just detects like oh hey there's not much players out here so everyone's got an okay chance of getting out to it.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's done fairly.
So there's a lot to take in there. So maybe just well, there's still import. You can import and export cars, and there's bounties. So pretty much everything you can do in single player, you can do online, which is a lot different from GTA 4. Like they cut nearly everything from the multiplayer version to just turned it really into a big deathmatch game.
GTA was shite. GTA 4 online was bad.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the best part actually for me.
You
Free
think?
roaming online. Yeah.
I
Uh,
I
lots of
remember one
fun.
time I had one really fun moment at the airfield. It was like one motorbike and myself and this other guy just fought over it. And then like one would just get the motorbike from the other one and we'd chase each other up and down the airstrip until someone else knocked the other one off or something like that. It just happened randomly. Like that was
See,
one of the
this
cool moments, you
like
know.
even today, I was playing the Battle of Gaytoni, and some fella came up to me. He's honking the horn. He obviously wanted me to get in, so I got in. He put me to the police station. He was already in a police car, and he kind of stopped outside the police cars, as in he wanted me to get another one. So I hopped in a police car, and we did that with two more people. Then we're kind of just driving around with the sirens on, like a force of cops, like kind of attacking anyone that we see ganging up on them.
That's
You know,
cool, actually.
cops and robbers kind of
Do
stuff.
you think people might have been like, "Whoa, it's just the cops," like, and then, "Oh shit, no, it's a bunch of players or something
Well,
like
they would
that."
have seen like our dots and
All right,
names and stuff. But,
I'd love if there's an option like, "Yo, no dots" or something like that.
well,
That'd be cool.
GTA 5, call up your friend, or I think it's like PMCs, a group called Mary, where there's Mary something. They're like private contractors. You can ring them up as like bodyguards and they have access to high tech stuff, so they can probably like jam raiders or hide your blips. They're probably the ones that you call to do that.
Hydro. God, it's gonna be so. I don't know. Like, there's so much. It's like I can't settle on one thing. I'm like, but what about this and then this? You know,
'Cause let's say, for example, as well, like tennis and golf. Like, what can you picture the problem being with playing golf or tennis in this game online?
some homeboy cruising in his car just mowing you down.
Exactly.
That'd be funny
That's
though.
not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, taken some kind of measures so these people won't be able to interfere with your game. I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe they put like a force field around you or something like
Maybe
that.
maybe just disappear kind of from the main game world, but
That
it could be like, you go to the golf club and it'd be like players playing on this course, and you just like, oh, I want to play with these guys, and then you might teleport to it, and you're actually off the active combat area, if you get me.
which leads me to another thing called passive mode. Have you heard about that?
I haven't. I haven't had any time to, so everything is kind of new. You're actually kind of telling me almost all the new things that I've learned.
Alright. So let's say someone's like stalking you or just like you're constantly getting killed and you don't want you're getting sick of that. Like you just want to relax, maybe
Yeah.
drive around, something like that. So when you spawn, you can go into passive mode. That means nobody can shoot you at all, but you can't shoot anyone either.
Yeah.
So you're kind of invincible,
But yeah,
but
not
also
offensive either.
completely weak, or not. No, yeah, yeah. Well, like you said, completely lacking offensive skills.
Hmm. That's cool.
Like if you just want to drive around
Yeah.
or maybe play sports, you can go into that kind of
Because
mode.
like in the likes of Red Dead Redemption, when I played, like there would be that one guy who was just bothering everybody. Yeah, he might shoot your horse or something like that.
And that's another thing. If there is that one guy, like you can give him a bad sport rating. I think it's called bad sport. But everyone on the map then can see that this guy is, he has this mark on his name or something. And then you can say, well, I don't want to play with this guy. You can get kicked. So you're punished if you're being a dick.
That's good. Assholes like need um something to fear.
At the same time, like, if I saw two people playing tennis, I kind of want to shoot them in the head with a sniper rifle from a mile away,
Yeah.
just as he's about to serve it. Like so, you probably
Or
have to be a really big asshole to get
some
something.
some guy's about to get the winning shot in like an 18-hole game of golf, and like they're going at it, and then you just dome them or something. But that's
Yeah.
exactly why they're protecting you, because like, no point people just cruising in and ruining their game. It's
If you can
easy
see
for.
how funny it would be for the person doing the killing,
Yeah, yeah,
how frustrating it would be for people trying to play.
yeah. It'd be really mean. Like I hate to do it. Um,
But yeah, do
but
you want to take the next, or do you want to keep talking about that? Go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
just gonna say, but that's similar to the whole like I told you this before about the whole banana thing.
Banana.
Where the code word was banana, we
Oh
drop.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
tell
yeah.
them those like an Easter egg and banana, banana, banana. That
That
was
was
so.
in like episode 2 or something.
Yeah, yeah. Watch episode 2. Subliminal messaging.
Superliminal messaging.
Super liminal. Yeah.
But
Um.
actually, yeah, bounties as well, which were in Red Dead Redemption. Do you remember them?
Yes. If
See,
you.
the thing about bounties in Red Dead was that you could kill them or you could take them alive. And in one of the trailers, it looked like Trevor captured someone alive. He threw him into a shack. Remember with the fat woman in front of the computer, the
Oh
laptop.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, how do you think? Do you think maybe we'll get handcuffs or something
Maybe.
to kind of restrain
I
these
think it'd be
people?
cool if you got someone down to a certain amount of health that when you shot them in the leg, you could incapacitate them or something like that after
Yeah.
their health fell below a certain point, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta be careful now. One more bullet, and I could be down."
Because if you're doing bounties online, and let's say maybe you're using handcuffs, or maybe you need to shoot them in the legs or something like that, then
Yeah,
maybe we could do this stuff against real people too. Like maybe you can kidnap people,
yeah, that'd be
get
interesting.
get their friends to get someone's on their crew to pay a ransom if they want them back.
Yeah, and then be like, "Guys, I really want to play," and you can't log out while your guy has you.
Yeah,
Uh,
unless you get like a penalty if you do. Bad
yeah,
sport mark or
that
something like that.
person gets all your money or something,
Yeah.
versus maybe some if you just stay. Oh God, the possibilities are insane.
Okay.
Yeah, lay another
There's,
one on me here.
there's another one here that I want to get into. Okay, so characters lip sync broadly when their players speak.
Hmm.
And see, you know what that means, eh?
Yeah, I know. Your character.
Now
Well,
here's the interesting thing. So you can speak in your mic, and your character's mouth will move, blah blah blah. But then the CVG lad says in the demo they were shown, it's like a 15-minute demo they got to see of the group of 2 or 3 robbing a liquor store, and the fella was holding up the fella in the cash register, and he was telling them to take out the cash
yeah.
quicker. Like he was actually physically speaking into his microphone, talking to this AI, and he was saying, "Come on, take out the cash." And then the fella, this journalists were like, "Why is he saying this? It's kind of
Cheesy.
cheesy, yeah.
Yeah,
But then he actually said, "Do it quick," and then the AI fella actually sped up,
that's
like
unreal.
he reacted to what he was saying. So yeah,
That's so cool. Oh
these
man.
little things.
Little things, yeah, but like, would you feel like a dickhead just going like, "Get on the ground"? Whoa. Not
I
like that,
said,
but
"Don't fucking move."
yeah. Imagine you like got really into it, and everyone's too like nervous to play with you because you're so unstable. Yeah, on the ground, and then you like put a knife to the person like in real life next to you. I will shag this bitch or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel a little bit of. I'd have to make sure, I'm alone in the room
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
couldn't
doing
do it
these
with
kind of
people
things.
here.
Yeah. But it is a really cool touch. Like something small, something you don't have to do.
Yeah, you could just be like, yeah, I'll just point the gun at him. Whoops,
Yeah,
drop my phone.
get a grip.
Uh, yeah, I'm all messed up or something. Um, do you
Take
think
on.
do you think that's something a lot of people use, or is it more just like, oh, hey, look, we got this, it's kind of cool?
Do you think people will use it?
Yeah,
Uh, I wonder if it'll be like a hidden thing. Like, do you think they're going to advertise it? I think it might just be something small that maybe you'd have to discover yourself, unless you're paying attention to all these previews.
I'd love if it was some like hidden thing, like just, oh, hey, one day, imagine that, the magic of that, like some guy's like, come on, hurry up in the mic, just saying it. You do say that in games sometimes. You think the cops are coming, or it's you might be getting chased, and you're like, hurry.
Yeah,
And then he's like, "Oh my God!" He starts moving faster, and he pieces it together, and then like, oh, that magic.
it's pretty cool. If something like that was to happen, yeah, it would blow your mind. But my mind's kind of already blown with all this stuff as it is.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and we've got a month to process it. And I mean, they also haven't told us everything. Although I do kind of want to leave some things just to be like to come in and be like, wait.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's another thing they were showing in the demo. It was like you can. I should have pointed that out earlier. You can still do missions online the same way you would in single player. Like there's a group of them. I'd say it's about like I think he said eight or something, and the mission was called My Batsu Steel or something like that. And they're like a motorcycle brand, so they had to steal uh, like a big rig with a trailer load of motorbikes in the back. So blah blah
Yeah,
blah. They did the job. There's like a whole bunch of shit happened, but at the very end, they all met up in some desert somewhere to deposit them or to split up the cash or whatever. And one guy said, "Oh, I left my car behind. Can you give me a ride into the city?" And the other fella, like talking in the mics, of course, like these are Rockstar employees or whatever. And the other fellow, he said, "Oh, sorry, buddy, I only got two seats in the car." And he pulls down the convertible hood, and he flips on the bird, and he speeds off laughing down the road.
are you serious?
Yeah. Um,
Holy fuck! That's so cool.
you can actually
Oh,
give people the finger. Like in single player as well, you can do it. And Rockstar said you should do it because different people will react differently. You
wow.
might see
I'd
some
say you might get
interesting
some
things.
people to attack you.
Yeah. But yeah. He said, let's say you're the fellow who ends up getting stranded. You could call yourself a taxi or something like that, so you're never really too stuck.
Yeah, well, like the taxi's been in there before. I actually used it a
But
lot in
you
GTA 4.
could never call a taxi. Well, except for a Roman,
Yeah, we're on with.
couldn't.
Yeah,
But like if you're in the middle of the desert, like and there's no other cars or anything like that, you'll have some options to help you out. Is the point?
yeah. Hmm. I actually just my eyes just fell on something about that passive mode you talked about, and then
Yeah.
you're like, what if I shoot someone and then activate this? I guarantee you if you shoot someone, there's like a cooldown time before you can activate it.
Actually, since I've said that, I think that you have the choice to enter passive mode when you spawn, and that's it.
Oh,
Like
okay,
until the next time you die, or maybe until like you exit out of it. But you can only activate it when you spawn,
okay. Oh
which
well,
would make
that's a
sense,
workaround.
I think.
Yeah.
But that's not confirmed information or anything. I just think that'll happen because I think they said something like that on the article. Not 100% sure about that. But yeah,
Hopefully, it'd be cool if you and your friend could go splits on stuff. Just say you wanted that jet, you really need it for the heist, and you'd be like, "Oh, here's half of the money," so that your friend could also get it to spawn for him when he needed it. Sometimes.
yeah, we could work together, both get a couple of jets. But yeah, the heists in the online are going to be pretty simple compared to the ones in single player at first. Anyway, they said they're like eventually they hope to get to the stage where they get some really really complicated like 20 stage steps heists online.
Wow, that'd be cool though. And like your money might say affected, like, oh, I need to buy uh like C4, but if you don't have C4, it might take you a longer way to get into whatever you needed to blow
Yeah,
up, or
and you
that's
might
just
need
off
to
the top
find
of my head.
someone. Might need to find someone who does have C4. Maybe they can rent you some,
Yeah, maybe that's
or
cool. I love the
get
idea of
some on the
renting
cheap.
them stuff. I love there's like a thing like this player can use this vehicle for X amount of time, and I hope
I don't know if it's that detailed, but I'm
I
pretty
hope
sure he said you could share your weapons, you could share your ammo and your cash.
I really want them to like rent things.
So in theory, if you're able to share your cash, you should be able to at least sell them at a discount. Maybe you could be like a. Well, I don't see what the benefit would be for the for person selling them, but maybe if you're just sick of a weapon, you could knock off a couple of grand, sell it to someone who's new, who doesn't have access to that kind of weapon or that kind of cash yet. You know?
Yeah, that'd be cool. There's a I think until unless they tell us about it, which I think they are going to kind of keep some things like a bit under the radar, just so people can be like, oh, I didn't know this or I didn't know that. I think that would be like one of them things where we'll have to find out when we actually just try it.
Yeah, I'm not expecting any more information or videos from them until video
Yeah,
reviews are the next thing I'm expecting to see.
yeah, it's we've got a lot already.
Yeah, a lot to chew on, even in here on this list. We're still at the top of it. So we head to the next point.
Yeah, go for it.
So
Spread it on me like butter. What?
before we start a heist or a hold up, we can put masks on. So then we're wearing our masks, and there'll be a load of the different masks. But yeah, pick our masks, we do the dirt, we leave, we throw off our masks, and then we lose a wanted stare.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the whole like changing your clothes, all that stuff from last time, or from last time.
It's a more realistic way of losing your
Oh
wanted.
yeah, I like that. It kind of feels like you're getting a bit of payday in there.
Yeah, it's this could even be better than Payday, like even more
Oh,
detailed, depending on the heists
yeah, it
how they
depends.
play out. Like,
Do you know Payday? Just to kind of briefly off topic, Payday finally came out, and I haven't been able to play it yet. I just, yeah, just thought I'd tell you.
that
Yeah,
can keep you busy until V
yeah,
comes out.
that's true. Um, but oh shit, where were we? I told a stupid story, but
Yeah, but like compared to in GTA 4, you get like a 6-star wanted level, just hide in your apartment or something like that, and nobody bothers you, or what? There's like
that's cool.
ridiculous ways of losing your wanted level.
I hope like
Compared,
there's things like when you sorry to you mentioned apartments, I kind of just want to bring it up. I hope
anyway,
there's things like if you're in an apartment, like there's things you can do there with your friends. It's not
there
just a
does there does seem to be, but maybe we'll get to that later whenever apartments come up on this list, if they do at all. I
yeah.
can't remember, but like yeah, you can see it in the video. Even the like one fella's watching telly, which remind me to tell you about the telly because a lot of cool things with that. There's another fella looking through a telescope. Another fella pouring himself a pint. You
That
can
would be
actually,
cool. The whole
you can take showers for some reason. I think maybe if you get blood on you, you can wash it off in a shower.
I think just to kind of immerse you more. They really are just going to like to try and make it a whole other world. You know what I mean?
I might as well tell you about the television now while I'm on it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the fictional programs are back from 4, but there's going to be more of them apparently. But if someone wants to get into your apartment, there's a doorbell or a buzzer. So they press the buzzer, then you go up to your television, check the CCTV, see who's outside the door. If you know them, buzz them in. If you don't, leave them
Oh,
locked
that's
outside.
cool. I was wondering about that. Like some prick coming in, you're like, everyone's like, he's making us all uncomfortable. Ask him to leave. You
It
can't
could
just
be.
walk on my couch, bro.
Let's say there's a rival crew.
Yeah.
They could find a neutral fella, give him a bit of cash, go up and knock on that door, get them to open it. Once it's open, then maybe they'll storm into the apartment while the door is opened, and there'll be slaughter everyone inside. It's like a lot of possibilities there. But
Cool.
the
Oh,
coolest thing with the television is, let's say you're sitting you're sitting inside watching television. Okay, let's say I'm sitting inside watching television and you're outside messing around and you get a wanted level. So, TV helicopter starts following you. I can watch that on my television, like in a police camera
Oh
action
wow,
style
that's
television program.
so cool. So like you're like, oh hey, such and such on the way. Let's see what he's doing, and like bam,
Yeah,
that's actually really awesome.
that's
Oh
class.
man, they've thought of so many things I would have never had said. Like, hey, you know what this game needs? You
That's
know,
really cool. And like, let's say they're going right past your window. You can just turn your head, look outside, and it's happening down below. One thing I'm wondering though is, how we saw there's like these big windows in them, and you can see like jets flying outside and helicopters and stuff. Can
yeah.
these can they break the glass and start
I,
shooting
I think
inside?
I think that'd be kind of contish, as long as the players inside the apartments can't kill people outside it. Uh, you know what I mean? They can't
It
shoot
should.
out, then they shouldn't be able to let shoot in. I think it should be like a fortress of solitude.
I can just see so many helicopters like stalking people inside, waiting for them to come out, and then alerting their group when they do come out because they get yeah. Anyway, we move on.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I spotted something here. I'm like flicking around the internet, like, and then coming back to the list.
All right,
Uh, I'm trying to catch up with everything. I've been gone for ages. Um,
lay it on me.
oh shit! You mentioned cartels in this list, or it's posted
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm really interested in that. Could you enlighten me a bit on what you know about that?
Okay, so maybe I think we might need to talk about stocks first before we talk about that
No.
because it ties into it. But
Oh,
okay,
okay.
so the stocks from single player come into online the same way. They work the same way. So
Okay.
the stocks aren't like just sort of random thing. You can affect the stock markets. So
Yeah.
let's say, uh, think of a fictional car making GTA.
Comet.
Commas. Okay, let's say whatever company makes them. Let's invest in that company. Then me and a group of other people could go around town looking for that exact brand of car and start and well, okay, sorry. First, I should say we own one, okay,
Yeah.
and we've it insured,
Yeah,
right?
I got you.
Okay, so destroy as many of them as you can. Keep calling the insurance to bring more back. They're making more, so the stocks are raising. The stocks you've invested means that you're getting a profit out of this.
Ah, I
So you can
see.
you can kind of control, and like if you set up a cartel with a group of people to do this on like a big level, well,
Get
that's
people
that,
to go around to areas and like look for comets, or if ever
exactly.
you're just cruising past and they just
You
hop
all
out or something.
control the market.
That
Like
is
now,
really
Rockstar
cool.
Rockstar has said that they'll they themselves will act as the government in the game, and if they think that there's something fishy going on, then they didn't really go into specifics, but there'll be some kind of measurement in place to try and combat cartels.
So like you can still do it, but then they're going to be the ones trying to stop you. And if you can like,
Exactly.
oh, that's interesting. And I like that they're going to try, stop you. You know what I
It's not
mean?
like a guaranteed easy way to make money. Like you're gonna have to work for it if you want that.
And also you could just be like trying to get around them as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe stay under the radar. You might want so many people to know what you're doing because if it got popular, they'd be like, okay, we gotta look out for this now.
Like I
And
wonder what kind of punishment they would they actually send people out to get like AI characters, or would they like just like all of a sudden you're deducted a huge amount of cash from your account and maybe you're in prison or something like that.
it's hmm, I couldn't tell you.
Like there's probably a way to avoid them somehow, but
They'll do
we
something.
don't know
I
enough
think.
yet.
Yeah, I love this idea though. Like that caught my eye for sure. I was like, cartels, what? And I didn't know like how could make that work. Let me see. Answer else. Yeah, I'm gonna pick things at random and just get you to tell me about it because again, I haven't had the time to research it myself.
Okay.
Uh, let's go with. Oh, we talked about the tennis. I was like, this one. I just kind of pointed to the screen. Hey. So actually, let's just discuss like, do you think money is gonna be everything in the game? Like to do anything at all, you're gonna need a bit of cash.
If you like even just for a haircut, simple customization, and even there's gonna be a ton of customization by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Even your parachutes. If you remember seeing them all jumping off together, every parachute there was different.
Yeah, I think that's when you got so much money, just nothing else to spend it on.
Yeah, just haircuts, clothing, cars, insurance, weapons, vehicles, attachments,
All the things.
probably a ton more stocks, all this kind of
I
stuff.
cannot wait to discover
This GTA
stocks.
5 is going to educate so many people on the stock market because it's probably going to be the best way of making money, or one of the best ways. Well, except for probably
Yeah,
big heists.
I think if you got good, there might be a way to actually be good at stock market stuff. And then you could it might be some of these players like, yeah, he made it big in the stock market. Now he's a big
He
time
really
cat.
played the market.
Yeah, now he doesn't have to commit crimes no more. But some people wonder how he got that money.
Now he's constantly in passive mode, just cruising around town, laughing at all the poor people fighting each other in the streets.
Yeah, he sees like a group of people trying to do a heist, and he just runs them over or something because it's just a small time thing.
Throw some cash out the window and
But
says,
imagine
"Keep
that.
keep the change."
Oh, you know what you could do? Just say you were really rich, you owned a plane, or you own all this really good hardware, and you
Yeah,
could be like, I need you. If I'll rent you my plane for free. Just say he's running the stock market. If you go again and send out a group of players to go do a little thing for you. I need you to again, fuck up a very this particular type of car or
exactly.
this or
Like you,
that. Like imagine that you could start becoming like a bit of a boss, a
exactly,
mob
yeah,
boss.
exactly. You can be the person they come to for missions.
Yeah, you could be like, I need you to do this, and then I'll give you this, and then you
But
can do
let's
your own
say
thing.
let's say you're completely bored and you're like, "Hey, you two, come over here. Just two lads, fight to the death with a knife. And whoever wins gets this jet or something like that."
Oh my god! Oh man.
That'd be class. Although I'm not sure if you're able to hand over the deeds to these kind of, because once you buy a vehicle,
You
it's
can give
always
the money,
yours.
right? You can give money.
Well, apparently you can share money.
Well, in that case, you could be like, I'll give you the money to buy a jet.
Yeah.
People still be like, I'll do that for money. It'd be cool to if you got two friends and you're just like, um, yeah, put up have organize a fighting event,
Yeah,
with
I'm listening.
payouts and stuff like that.
Like
Like
a proper tournament.
fastest finish gets 10 grand extra, 20 grand extra, so they won't be like pussies. They'll be really going for the kill or the most impressive win. Just to be crazy. Oh man,
So many
I love
possibilities.
that idea.
Okay, so seeing as we're kind of talking about being a boss and missions, well, kind of user created missions, let's go into actual user created
Yeah,
missions. The content creator is called. Okay, so at first you'll only be able to make races and death matches. So what you can do for races will be like, put your checkpoints everywhere, blah blah blah. Maybe choose what kind of vehicles people be using. For death matches, like you can place the weapons on the map where you
yeah,
want them exactly. You can place some vehicles on the map, all that kind of stuff. So at first, that's all you can do. But they're saying down the line, they'll be adding the tools you need to make complicated heists and all that kind of stuff. So unlimited missions. How does that sound?
Well, it sounds like a lot of games. Oh, we got unlimited missions, but I never am interested in them, so I'm hoping that this is going to be the one.
I don't know if you did you play Infamous 2?
I did, yeah, but I didn't care about the missions. I was like, it just didn't feel real. You know what I mean? I was like, this is
I
just like,
really, I really like those missions. They added a lot of updates, so like they actually put in like cutscenes that look like comic book cutscenes. They're really well done. Some of them are actually like proper stories and stuff. So if something like that comes, I'd be happy in GTA. Like compare the Infamous 2 user base to the GTA 5
oh, that's a
user
good
base. It's
point.
going to be millions and
Yeah,
millions, billions more.
I'd say I'll be pretty impressed. I'll look into it a bit more and I'll give it more time, to see if it's something that I want to get good. I want to get into.
Like
Looking at
I'd
these
like I'd
missions.
like to make like remember when we were in playing two player in San Andreas and we used to make our own missions where we had to
Yeah, yeah,
break into the airbase and steal a jet or steal a
yeah.
tank or whatever. We
It's
could do something like that except make it official.
you know, I actually just I think it's one of the coolest moments in GTA was when we did the co-op in San Andreas, and I'd be the pilot when you'd gun, and
Yeah, go
um, and do you remember that time there was two trucks coming from each side, and we had that cargo bob? It was like a really slow chopper to
I
take
remember
off.
the cargo bob. We
Yeah,
used to deliberately take the slowest one we could get.
yeah, yeah. and then we like lifted off just as the two trucks underneath just collided together, something
It's
like that.
class.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember
That
that.
was awesome.
They don't make them like they used to.
No, but that's because we were forced to use our imagination. But then
Exactly.
I got the internet and just let that do the imagination for me.
But now we can, with five, we can tap into everyone else's imagination, download their missions, and
Yeah,
we're
that's
set.
true. I mean, like, if you
We'll
look
never,
at
we'll
like, if
never be bored.
yeah, if you look at Trials HD, like some of the user created missions on that is insanely good. So what they can do with GTA would be much better because they got this huge world to work with.
Exactly. And so many more elements. Like you're not just shooting. Like you can just do like exploration or diving, deep sea diving, flying, aerial stuff.
I'm not even thinking
Nameless.
about going underwater. Oh my God. Imagine you were running from someone and like you had the thing in no blip, but like he was in close proximity or she, whoever, and you just dive into the water and just try like hide underwater while they like look for you or something like that.
You
Or you
maybe
had
have desperately searching for air
yeah.
pockets under the water or something.
Yeah. Or you had that diving thing and like they didn't. So you just hop in that and just go into deep water out of the range of their bullets and you're
Exactly.
it's like cowering from them underneath. That'd be so cool.
Well, we're speaking of underwater. I think Leslie Benzies said that at first like you can still go underwater and stuff like that, but there's not going to be much mission based stuff or activities to do there at first. They're saying after the first few content packs rolls out, which will add hundreds and hundreds of missions, then they'll start going into underwater stuff and
Yeah.
other stuff like that.
That's pretty. I don't mind that because I'm not even really thinking about underwater too much.
I just hope there's harpoons
Oh, that has to be. You think underwater, like you think about them.
because you need like that's what other weapons could you use underwater?
Well, there's guns that shoot underwater.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I haven't seen them in games before.
Well, not on. I think it's actually in Arma 3 to have an underwater like capable weapon. But yeah, you wouldn't be playing that though. Um, yeah. Now for you.
But who? How can you imagine getting a group of let's say you got $1 million handy on you. I'll give you this $1 million if you have a death match using only harpoons or something like that on land,
That would be cool.
or maybe on the top of a skyscraper somewhere or something like that,
That's really. Oh.
or a gladiator. They'll like get like 16 people up, well, 14 people up on the roof. Everyone has to try and push everyone else off. Last man
Yeah.
standing gets the cash.
Yeah. I
Endless
think you can
possibilities.
like you can start forcing these missions when you got money up for grabs, like, and as long as like just say you made this huge. Let me see. How do I put this? You pull off this huge job. You're rolling in cash, and then you're like, "Fuck it." You've it's ridiculous amounts of money. Eventually, you're going to hit that. Like, if you
Eventually,
play long enough, because eventually there's not much things you need to buy anymore. They're like, I'm just going to make people like do what I want. Maybe like race around the island, and you can just watch them on the map. Just little stupid things, or like, um, hmm. You could really use your imagination and get people to do things in the game just with the offer of like 1 million or 2 million, whatever is good money in that game. Like.
like the danger is though, if you're carrying that money on you, you could get killed and they'd steal that money. Of course, you could
Yeah,
say,
that's
I
true.
have $1 million in my bank, and you'll get it after you do it.
Yeah, you could
Follow me
just
to the
like
bank.
show
But
off you show off how like rich you are, like get a nice
yeah.
car or something, and
then
like
they turn out to be your friends or something, and then
yeah.
you just flip them a bird and run away.
um, I'd love to get a. Let me see. I'd love to get. How the fuck can I? What is with
Blade.
me today?
Blade is the word
Oh,
you're looking for.
oh. Um, Oh yeah, just say right. I do this in bad company too when I used to play it a lot. I'd sneak it like so it'll tie into GTA. Bear with me. Sneak
Oh, go
into
ahead.
their base and put C4 on the vehicles and just hide in a corner and watch. And when I seen someone get away from the base a little bit, I just pop it, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm away. I'm in this tank or whatever." And I'd like C4 like underneath it or something like that. I love you. You cruise up in this awesome car, like you almost just again this gives you a lot of money. You don't really care, or you have it insured. You put C4 on the like just say place it under the car as low down as you can, and then you just watch the map for a while and hide, and or go into your apartment and hide, like, and just leave it parked in the street so that
Go
they
into your
can't get you.
apartment and then
Yeah,
watch them on TV.
Yeah,
as they
and
get
then like
into car chase with your car.
yeah, and then just like pop the C4 then, and they wouldn't have any clue what the fuck happened, and just keep leaving little traps like that, you know.
Like it'll pop up in the right hand corner. Badger, wasted, whoever.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
man.
they'll look on the map and you're like a mile away or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try do that. It was really funny to do it on what you call it.
Although in fairness, you should be able to do that in GTA 4 or
Yeah, but would it be the
Ballad of
same?
G'day Tony at least.
Um, yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I don't. You see, like, I don't want to play GTA 4 online.
I
That's the
know.
thing.
I'm just saying that that's technically
No,
possible there
you're
as well.
pushing your agenda. Take back the night.
Nico is best pro tag.
Yeah. Um, what did you think of Nico actually?
Uh, he just wasn't really. He's too serious for my taste.
Yeah, I also didn't like that he just couldn't wear a t-shirt or something.
He just had a problem with showing off his arms.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Do you know what pissed me off? And it's a really petty and stupid thing, and it shouldn't have pissed me off.
What?
Was on all the promotional art for GTA 4, Nico was wearing gloves, but he couldn't wear gloves in the game. Pissed
What a
me off.
silly thing.
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah, you're like, fuck this shit, and you snap your disc. And
Cancel this pre-order.
yeah. It's a shame I already bought the game, though. Um, have you ever pre-ordered a game just to get like a beta key or anything like that, and then
I have
you no one?
never. The only thing I've ever pre-ordered was PS4, and that was a few weeks ago.
Oh, I actually should go. Like, I still haven't made up my mind. You know, I don't know. I'm in a bad situation. I think in September, but if I haven't picked by the end of September, I'll just really sit down and come up with a decision by the end of the evening.
But you're not too bad. You got like a high-end PC.
Yeah, you see, I think that's why I'm in no real rush to pick, because I'm just like, yeah, I've got this. You know.
Because like it's not going to be a million miles away from what you already have.
Yeah, but I'd like to be able to sit on my couch and play versus
Oh
just
yeah,
going
I
to
know,
the
I
room
know.
and how spoiled for choice I am at the moment. I want to sit on my couch. Wah. What a dickhead.
You are. But let's get back to this list, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so police have a cone of detection, Metal Gear Solid style. So you're gonna want to avoid the cone, and the longer you're out, the more your wanted level reduces.
Well, yeah. I
Something
like that
like that.
though.
Like it's not just a big circle anymore. I don't think it's like an actual, the cone type thing for Metal Gear Solid, don't you?
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's better than some arbitrary circle.
exactly. Because they actually have to spot you. They can't just automatically know where you are like magic. I don't
Yeah,
think.
exactly. I like that eyes on thing. And even if it makes them like better drivers, to put that in to counteract it,
Yeah.
that just force you to get better. That would be really cool.
What's interesting as well is your noise. The noise you make shows up on the map. Like, have you? I don't know if you played. Well, you have played Metal Gear Solid 4. Like when you
Yes.
when you shoot a gun or something, like sends a pulse out, and like the
Well,
bigger the pulse, the more noise you're making.
yeah, so that could be like, you attract attention from the cops.
Yeah. So it strongly suggests that there'll be like decent, at least, stealth elements in it.
Yeah, it
Because I
needs
know
that.
in the preview CVG did, there's like if you sneak up beside someone or behind someone, instead of shooting them, you can stab them in the neck with like a special stealth animation
Wow.
kill. So that was actually in San Andreas. I don't know if you remember ever seen that.
The only thing I remember about the stealth is that when you were in a corner, he'd breathe really heavily. That's like, you know.
I just have to remember, and I had night vision goggles.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Why the hell weren't they in four?
Also,
Four is just such a disappointment.
yeah, 4. Oh man, you know what? You know when you booted up 4, what was like we'll say your first hour, if you could remember, because I can. What was your first hour of GTA 4 like? What were you thinking?
Uh, actually, I'm still impressed with the way the cars looked.
Yeah,
The games, I thought they were well made. And driving Roman's taxi, that's the first thing I remember. Obviously, I did the missions first, but I don't remember how I was feeling or anything. It was just, I don't know.
my initial thing was like, oh yeah, cool, and then it was like the cars are kind of hard to control. You know, because I was still used to this the regular style, mash to accelerate, and you get to take any turn you want. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I actually do like that way of driving now, the newer way. You know, GTA 4's way. I got used to it, and it's better, I think, because it takes more skill.
yeah, it
And
is skill point.
when you actually start getting good, like you're like, ho, I'm a badass. You know, you
Although
can.
some of them are a little bit ridiculous. Like some types of cars are like they're more like a boat than they are a
Yeah,
car.
yeah. Sometimes there's like like my rust bucket of a car that I have handles way better than this, and it's meant to.
Yeah,
But I remember just thinking like it'll get better, because I was like it doesn't have that fun feeling, like like it doesn't feel crazy, you know what I mean? Like Vice City, when I played Vice City right away, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And same with San Andreas.
you know the one thing that is guaranteed, even though we haven't played it
What?
5 years, was guaranteed to be better. And I think we've probably already said this 100 times, but color. You can
Oh
see
yeah,
color in the screenshots.
thank
So you
God.
see it gameplay. It just makes everything 10 times
It
better.
does, it does. Like no more coffee kind of color, you know?
Yeah,
Thank Christ.
like that just like has a psychological effect.
It
That
makes
kind
it
of
more like just meh. You know what I mean? Just
exactly
I don't
makes it
give as much of a
dull.
shit. Yeah,
No, there's
exactly.
no excitement happening there.
Oh my God, I just realized they're giving away Dead Space 3 in the Humble Bundle.
Bad game from what I hear.
I don't want to play it, but it's pretty new. I'm just surprised. It's actually a really good bundle. I've you know about the Humble Bundle, right?
Yeah,
It's a really cool idea. So I'll just a little segue real quick. Tell people what's
take
here.
a break from GTA 5 for a
Yeah,
sec.
right. There's Dead Space 1, Burnout Paradise, the Ultimate Box, Crisis 2 Maximum Edition, Mirror's Edge, Dead Space 3, Medal of Honor, and if you spend more than the average of $4.80, you unlock Battlefield 3 and The Sims 3 plus the starter pack. That's insanely good.
I
I
hear they
just
made
thought
a lot
it.
of money.
Yeah. Oh man. Actually, I think they show you it here. Let me see.
It's like 4 million so far or
Total
something.
payments. 5,555,522 and yeah, it keeps going up, but pretty much 5.5 million, we'll say, just to round it out.
Nice,
Insane. That's really cool because it's for charity and stuff. Um,
indeed.
and like everyone kind of gets a little slice. I think everyone kind of gets to be happy.
Are you gonna get a slice of that pie?
Uh, the only game I want is Crisis, and somebody actually gave me the key to it.
I would, but I just hate charities so much, you know.
What have they done for me? But oh wow, they got Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I'm actually looking at the daily sales. And I've heard of Amnesia: The Dark Descent before. It's like meant to be really good.
You don't have it?
No, no, I'm
Thought
I'm
you had it. You should
actually
definitely get that and do a let's play of that.
you know I'm gonna admit something here. Okay, you may not know this about me. I'm a pussy.
I'm pretty sure you said this like 3 episodes ago.
Okay, well once again I'm saying
In
like
detail.
I can't play it. Like I watched videos of it and I was getting hops watching that. So I'm actually gonna play. A friend of mine recommended this game. It's called Papers, Please. And from what I read about it, he just said you got to check it out. It's class and it's free to download. He sent me this link to download it, and you just have to like you're on the border and you got to ask for people's papers and see if they're trying to smuggle anything in or something like that. And you just decide I'm gonna do a let's play of that, and you just got to see if it's like if you should let them in or not.
Like what
And
kind of graphical style is we
oh,
talking?
it's pretty tar. However, I think it's just like a bit of crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
Okay,
that's have you
here's
seen
like
that surgical simulator one?
I have it, but I haven't played it yet.
It's ridiculously
Let
fun.
me read just what Papers, Please is about. And I'm probably going to do one episode, one let's play of it, and I'll throw it up on my channel. Maybe. If So, your job as immigration inspector is to control the flow of people entering Arstos. Yeah. So, you pretty much are controlling a border.
That's an
Among the
interesting
throngs
name.
of immigrants and visitors looking for work are hidden smugglers, spies, and terrorists. Using only the documents provided by travelers and the administration's primitive inspect, search, and fingerprint system, you must decide who can enter and who will be turned away or arrested.
It's a lot of weight in your shoulders.
Yeah, actually, I think it's going to be cool. A friend of mine said, like, it shouldn't be fun, but it's really fun.
It
It's one of
sounds
them games.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing it. Keep an eye on my channel for that if you're interested. I'm definitely going to. I might do a let's play right after this. Um,
While you were talking about, I'm sorry to take away, but Amnesia, I heard it from somewhere online, so don't quote. But the sequel is coming out on the 10th of September. I think
You're
that's
good.
what I
This is
heard.
good. I could Google it right now, but that takes effort.
That's like all. That's a whole tab away.
Yeah, that's
But
for. It's all the way over there. And then I gotta hit the keyboard, which is all the way over there.
which is actually that's kind of interesting how they don't announce it until like it's less than a month away.
It'll do
It's a
okay.
it's a pretty big game. Like
Yeah, I think it's just got. It seems like it's got this like cult following though. You know.
though I'd say it's bigger than Cult. Like every PC enthusiast, we'll call them, has they list Amnesia as one of their trophies
Hmm.
or one of their how do I finish the sentence? One of their bragging points
That they've played it like, or
that like PC like that if when it comes into PC versus consoles debates, it's like well PC has Amnesia, like that's one of the early cards they pull,
hmm.
and it does look class.
Yeah, it does. I just avoid them debates with people though, so I don't actually hear that a lot.
But I'm just
Yeah, I
talking
know, I
about the
know.
quality of Amnesia rather than
Is it
debates
like
about
the
it.
story or you know?
It's just supposed to be horrifying.
I heard it's absolutely terrifying. I mean, I did actually watch a few like videos. I think I watched like 2 episodes of a Let's Play, and I got a few hops, and the guy was like screaming in his seat at times. Like, I'm sure he might have been playing it up a bit for for the folks at home,
Yeah,
but it was still, I was still getting genuine hops from it.
that's all that counts. Like that, it kind of looks like Outlast as well. You know about that, don't you?
I'm gonna get that, and that's gonna be a Let's Play I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bite the bullet, hop into that
So how will you do a let's play of that, but you won't do it of Amnesia?
because I think it's just time, and I actually like the look of Outlast a lot. It's something I was like,
Like
yeah, that
it
game looks.
looks pretty similar to Amnesia though.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've picked Outlast as a game I want to do it with.
Uh, I'll be doing this as well on PS4 next
Are
year.
you gonna do a Let's Play?
I don't know if I'll do a let's. It depends on the sharing options in the PS4.
Yeah, I if you can like record the whole thing, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, Let's Plays are actually fun to do. Uh,
like it depends on like the voice and stuff as well. I don't know if like how you can record footage, but I don't know if that takes into account like your headset
well,
mic.
all you gotta do is just like
Just add it on afterwards.
plug a
Or yeah,
headset into your laptop or something and record just record what voice while you're playing the game and just drop
mm,
the audio over,
yeah.
no problem.
But anyway, this shouldn't be in the podcast.
No,
So
yeah, it's meant to be GTA. But hey,
yeah, let's get back to GTA
we
then.
gotta go on tangents sometimes.
These things happen, but not technical tangents. That was kind of pretty boring.
Yeah.
But
Um.
where are we? So Kona detection was the last thing.
Yeah.
Uh, we already talked about this. We already talked about insurance. Okay, so when you complete missions and activities, you get reputation points, money, and material assets. So what reputation points are is basically it's how you progress in GTA Online.
Yeah.
So when you earn a certain amount of points, all of a sudden a new logo appears on your map, and you go talk to this person, and he'll give you some missions or something like. So like these characters from single player will appear in multiplayer to give you missions. Like it showed Nervous Ron, he's one of them. It showed a new character as well.
I love that name.
So
Nervous Ron.
Nervous Ron, yeah, he has a poster up on the wall like the man is watching like Illuminati and all this kind
Ah,
of
he's
stuff.
one of them guys.
Yeah, but he's also like a computer whiz,
Oh yeah.
and he's in a wheelchair.
Oh yes, yes, I remember seeing him.
Yeah,
Um, it seems like a new thing, to have a lot of like, the man, a lot of them kind of guys in video games now.
yeah.
They're
It's kind
pretty
of
funny though. I mean, it's interesting to hear a good conspiracy every now and then, but people who make it their life, it's a bit like, look at your life, look at your
I was
choices.
just gonna say that. But yeah, it's cool that they're bringing in these characters that like give like it's gonna feel like proper missions that you like
Yeah,
the same you would in single player.
and I don't, did you say it to me? I don't think you did. That it's going to be set slightly before
It's just
the
about to
single
say
player.
those.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah, I wonder is any. I wonder maybe towards the end of your progression if there's such a thing, or at some stage throughout your online game, will you run into Michael, Trevor, or Franklin? Maybe one of them could give you a mission.
Yeah. I'd
That'd
love
be
just to
cool.
see them like, out in the distance or somewhere.
I mean, Trevor seems like someone who could give you a mission. Kill these lads for me or whatever. But yeah, it's only speculation for now. So it says there are material assets as well as with other things you can get. So I'm assuming that means guns. Maybe property if you're doing a really big one. What do you think?
I don't know. I to be
Probably weapons, equipment, or something like
yeah, I
that.
was just gonna say that. To be honest, like I ain't completely fried.
I'll just do all the talking from
Yeah,
now on. Then
I'm all
it's
burnt
my
up.
time to shine.
Yeah, finally, the hypnol is kicking in. Um, uh, it's hard
Good.
to focus. It's weird.
Let's go. We must be getting close to the end.
Yeah, it's not that. It's
Uh,
just like just been on the go. I'm only home. Well, when we started, I was home about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Um,
I don't think anyone wants to hear you complain.
yeah, and then I had to like eat toast, but it was kind of burnt. I don't like kind of burnt toast. um, so that's. I guess we'll just run over some like closing points, and
About
I'd
the
love.
points,
You know what I'd love
all
to
these
do
bullet
is
points.
yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Just some like little smaller things, like
Have we gone through all the big things yet?
well, have we? We got things like the cruise from Max Payne is coming. That's going to be kind of that.
So you got your crew versus other crews. It's gonna be like crew playlists. Crews are gonna be big.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool as well. It'd be cool if we had like a Taku Chat crew or something like that.
Yeah, definitely possible.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually, it's going to easily be possible as long as we get everyone online and
Can you add your own logo onto it?
maybe
I know,
that's something they'll add.
hopefully.
Yeah,
But yeah, so when online does become available, there's probably gonna be a small download, and then it's yours. But like just code because it's already on the disc.
yeah. I'd say it will be just like to unlock it or something.
Yeah, or maybe just a small little patch or something like that. Do you want to keep talking while I read through these bullet points and see what's next to talk about?
God, okay. So I don't know if you guys heard of. I'm gonna go off topic just because I cannot think quick enough.
Okay.
Apparently, in Canada, some people who own an anaconda or some kind of large snake, they own one in their basement. It escapes, climbs up like through the pipes or whatever, somehow ends up in their 5-year-old's room and eats it or kills it. I can't remember which. Pretty obviously, if it's ate, it gets killed. But was it killed first and then ate? You know, or ate, and obviously death from being eaten. Um,
It's not
so
funny. You shouldn't be laughing.
so like I don't get people who are like, yeah, let's get a reptile. I mean, wow, it's got so much love to give, you know. Snakes are just like the dogs of the earth. Obviously, the person saying this is completely whacked out of their mind, so they will say stupid shit like that. But that's just something that I've been thinking. Yeah, that story, it's stuck in my head, and it's like something I kind of wanted to mention. Like, oh man, I don't get snakes and why people own snakes. But what you mean? I don't get snakes. I don't get them as pets.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can agree with that. They just don't make good pets. Like even
yeah.
I can't even imagine rubbing them would be nice.
They're really like dry, kind of.
You touch the snake?
My girlfriend has a king snake, Mexican king or black king
So
snake.
you're dissing your girlfriend for the last 2 minutes
Uh,
there.
yeah, well, like I've already said this to her. I just think it's a complete waste of money and time to keep them. You know,
What's the eat?
mice. It's
Gross.
gross, right? So obviously you have to keep these dead mice frozen, and then you put them in boiling water, so because they won't eat them if they're cold, obviously, and also, so you put them in boiling water and they soften up, and the snake will bite it sometimes, and its guts will pop out its mouth or
Oh,
at the other end.
fucking hell.
Yeah, it's some nasty shit. It
So
looks
where?
nice though, it looks really shiny, but like it's a snake, so get it away from me. She put it when she got it the first time. She put it on the bed, and it just bolted to get like down the side of the bed and under it, but like she caught it in time. And I was like, if that thing had got loose in here, I would never come back.
How big is it?
Oh, it's pretty big now. I couldn't really tell you because it's in its.
Like lengthwise? How like if you were to lie down beside it, how long? How far up to you would it be?
Let's see. Oh man, I would say he'd be like 4 or 5 feet. 5 feet, I would say.
It's pretty big.
Maybe I'm wrong, but like I'm not good at telling like that kind of stuff. But that's what I'd say. It is a big snake.
Do you think you could wrap around your neck and choke you to death if you wanted?
It could wrap around the neck. It's not thick. It's just long.
Okay.
It's kind of thick, but like you could probably pull. I know they're strong animals, but like I think you could probably get them off. Um, yeah, but I don't know. She'll take him out to feed him in this container or her whatever it is. It's hard to tell. And feed it in this container and I'm always afraid it'll get out. I just snakes freak me out.
What about spiders?
Not so much. I don't really care. They're tiny.
Serious? No, but I'm
Yes.
talking like, let's say that your girlfriend had like a tarantula or something like that.
Well, tarantulas aren't that dangerous.
Neither is that snake.
Well, that snake has tried to bite her a few times. It's not poisonous, it's a constrictor, but still, I don't want
Well,
to get this dirty thing.
a tarantula could bite you too, like.
Yeah, I know, but I think they're a bit more docile than a fucking snake, which is cold-blooded and it's just wants to ice you.
Spiders had their skeletons on the outside, Badger.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. That's gangster.
Yeah. uh,
So I think we're kind of at that stage.
I've been reading and talking to you at the same time,
Oh
and
wow.
I'm not seeing much else that we can talk. I think we've covered.
Yeah.
No, that we definitely missed out stuff because there's just a ridiculous
You
amount.
know what
But
I'd love to do? We should try figure out a way to make it happen. And I'd like to know in the comments if there's something you'd like to see. That if next big trailer comes out that we watch it, and we record every we'll pause it and talk about certain sections, and then play it and talk about that section. You know what I mean? So we won't have to be we gotta jump back to here and here. If you get me.
sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think that's something we should try figure out at a later stage. I think that'd be a cool idea. Sort of a rewind kind of thing. We can just pause and point out things that we spotted that were interesting or that we think is worth talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something maybe to think about.
Should definitely do that.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
But is there anything from the trailer that we didn't talk about?
They use the helicopter a lot.
Yeah, actually, that was. Did you see how they kind of used the helicopter as a roadblock
Yes,
for that truck? That was
that
cool,
was cool.
clever. And then someone used C4 to blow up the back doors. I think it was C4 anyway.
Yeah, C4 probably was for that kind of door.
Some kind of satchel charge, whatever.
Yeah. Hold on, just looking at something here. I think that's I say it every. I think that's it. I'm afraid you're gonna explode and hit me or something. I'll tell you when we've had enough. Um, let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think so. But if we missed anything, of course we'd like to know.
Let us
Well,
know
what
down
about
below,
you?
as they say.
Anything crazy going on that you're just gonna share before we hop off? I have my snake story.
Jesus. Nothing crazy. Not a thing. Everything's been nice and peaceful.
Yeah, just sitting out in the front, smoking a pipe, and on the rocking chair.
Exactly.
And then if any foreigners come up asking for directions, you just point your shotgun and say, "Back to where you came, fella," and stuff about
Uh,
their kind round here.
well, I'm just I'm trying to keep Ireland Irish.
Yeah.
So,
What
yeah.
happened to a good skint head and you know offensive tattoos and
What's
really bad
wrong?
metal?
What's wrong with swastikas is what I want to know.
Yeah,
They're perfectly good shape.
yeah. Cover a lot of angles.
Yeah. They're fun to look at.
You probably did that in school, like Drew, and yeah, I'm such a badass.
No, I didn't actually.
I break all the rules. I'd be like really small ones, on a table somewhere. Not that I was, a secret, like an element of a neo-Nazi group in the school, but I'd just be like, fuck the police. You know what I mean?
The only black student in the whole class then just looks at you and shakes his head
Yeah.
slowly.
Just one tear runs down his face. um, actually, never mind.
Before we end, is there anything that you'd like to see that hasn't been announced yet in GTA 5 online?
To be honest, they've covered everything I could possibly think of.
Is there anything else at all?
I honestly can't think. 32 players, I think that'd be it. But that's not going to happen.
Nope. Not in consoles. Well, not in the current gen anyway.
Yeah. A PC release, I don't know. I just throw stuff out though. I'm
What
happy
do you
with.
think of explosions?
They didn't look that good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
That's what I thought at first as well. I thought maybe the ones in 4 looked a bit better, but then I saw the one where he blows up the helicopter with the RPG, and when you look at it from straight a head-on angle, it kind of looks better.
I
I
don't think
thought.
it looked that good at all. Yeah.
Good for current gen though, right?
Yeah, I guess for current. See, that's the thing. My problem with current gen is all these little things holding it back.
I wouldn't think that's holding it back, but
I think it is like some things they could do.
no, but like the explosions aren't holding it back. Like the explosions, they look like they could be a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe there will be by the time the game comes. But then again, do you think by now it's a month away? It's 10 past 12 right now, so it's a month away. Do you think like I wonder what stage it's like? Okay, we gotta start shipping this around the world and like printing it out and stuff.
I'd imagine it's done by now,
Do
and
you think?
it's probably in the hands of Microsoft and Sony for certification. Then once that's done, it can go gold, I think, and they can start producing and shipping it out to my local shop. Where is there any midnight launches for it? Because I'd be all over that.
Yeah, I'd go to a midnight launch. Um, I couldn't tell you about that though. Uh,
We'll look
but
into
yeah,
that. It won't affect anyone listening unless you live in Ireland. But
yeah.
yeah,
But there's been a few midnight launches in my area lately.
does it depend on the developer? Can Rockstar say no? We don't want you to do it at midnight. You can only do us.
Well, I don't. They're not breaking the law. It's like it's on time. I think it's down to the store. It's on the date that they set. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
So I think that's it for this episode, is it?
yeah. So I guess hold on. Let me just do my job.
For once,
Sorry, I'm just getting my vocals in order here.
do re mi fa sol la ti
Hold
do.
on, I'm just gonna take a spoonful of honey with some warm milk. Um, that's just a little thing I threw in there. So
Yeah,
that's
we
good.
love this. We all love that.
Yeah, everyone is howling with laughter right now. Sure. Oh, Badger's done it again. Uh,
Classic Badger line.
yeah. So that's been TakuCast 0 for this week. I've been your main host.
What the hell did he just say?
and thanks to my co-host, Gun. Yeah, but yeah.
You know what we sound like? Anchorman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Why
I
can't you be a hot
punch you in
blonde?
your vagina.
Um, yeah, but she was it the Baby Maker or something? I don't know.
Dirty whore mouth.
Do you think that film's gonna be good? The new one coming out?
I'm not, why is it taking them so long to make it?
I
Is
don't
what I
know.
want to know.
I hope it's because they're really trying hard.
I should hope so. Like, is it directly continuing on from the first one?
I don't. I kind of distance myself from movies I want to see because I find that trailers and all that give a lot away.
Yeah.
Uh, have you ever just went seen a film and be like, I seen all the shit in the trailer and that was all the good stuff and the rest of it was absolute tar?
Actually, yes. I can't remember. And yeah, actually, something about the end of the world, waiting for the end of the world or something like that, or finding somebody for the end of the world. It looked like it could have been funny in the trailer. Turned out to be complete shit.
What is this horseshit? This movie is horseshit. Um. Oh
Threw my
man,
popcorn at the screen. God.
Pacific Rim is kind of a culprit for that in a way, except they only showed a few seconds of each, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Horror movies, though, they're the biggest one.
You always know when the jump is coming.
Yeah, because they do it so much in the ads. I think like don't premium all over the TV, lads. Just save it for the cinema.
Although there was one case, I think it was Paranormal Activity 3, where they showed two sisters going into the bathroom saying Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, and then screaming. So I was expecting that, but that never actually showed up in the film.
That's for the best, I think.
Some people are actually complaining saying false advertising.
No, well, like saying, hey, it's Paranormal Activity 3. They never said this is in the movie. Yeah, again, they never said this isn't in the movie either.
Because scene similar to what was in the movie, except it was a girl, but she was with like an older fella.
Oh, um, aren't they
So
like making
maybe
like
that's a
two or
good way.
three more? How many like Paranormal Activity movies are coming out now? There's like a load, isn't it? It's like
There's
the new
actually
Saw.
there's none coming out this year, but there's two of them coming out next year.
It's like near the same time or one at the beginning of
One
the
of
year.
one of them is a spin-off in January about a Mexican family, I think, and then another one then in October, like a official sequel.
All the movies are at this stage is people getting afraid and then eventually dying at the end, and then someone kind of
Yeah,
staring at the cameras for sinisterly for a while and then walking away.
yeah.
I mean, Paranormal
But
Activity 2 was scary, I thought, and obviously 1 as well.
They
It was
just
sort of like when Saw came out, it was groundbreaking, and they're like, let's make 50 of them.
yeah, and they could. It was just like the same thing over and over. But for Paranormal Activity anyway, they're not doing anything really unique with this.
No, I think it's some kind of things people go to watch just like, it's out.
Like they only do it for the sake of it being Halloween and they make some money.
Yeah, they make a few million, just a casual mill.
They
And how
kept
much?
themselves.
Sorry.
Sorry, if they gave themselves like 2, 3 years, I'm sure they could come up with something better instead of
I think
every year.
so.
Like COD, really.
I was gonna say you could say the same thing for Call of Duty. Just let it. Imagine they left it every 2 years and they just took time to really polish it and iron out all these bugs that are in the multiplayer.
Speaking of COD, what do you think of the latest reveal?
Do you know? I didn't even look at it because I just don't give a shit about Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah, I thought the what I got from it really was this is kind of like just a COD just to tie you over until the proper next gen ones come out because it still feels really current. It just looks the same. Like
I'm
everyone
actually
says
gonna
that,
look at it after this.
it just looks the
Yeah,
same. Like
I
there's a
haven't.
couple of cool modes. Like one of them is called Cranked. You know the film Crank,
Yeah,
where it's like if you kill someone, then you have 30 seconds to kill someone again, or else you.
that's cool.
So those kind, but they're like that's something you could add to Black Ops as in patch. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be in a
exactly.
game.
Like Bungie had that with Halo 3. They could add game modes on the fly, and they did
Exactly.
some really good ones. Maybe they're just like, we need something for these next games, like save it for the next one. You know what I mean? Because it's really hard to probably keep people coming.
They're still using that same engine that id Tech 3 is. It's just
Yeah,
it's really upgraded, like, but still.
I seen this video. It was like, why no new FPS will be a COD killer or something, and he didn't even know what a game engine was. When I pointed out that, I go, but like I said, he was like pretty much ragging on Battlefield, and I got kind of annoyed because I don't care if it's people are making valid points and they're like,
Listen, Badger. Engines are for cars.
I was like, what? So what kind of leader is she? 1.8 there. Not bad. But so like I said to him, but they have the same game engine. They didn't update it. He goes, oh yeah, but they took out this and this, and like they don't have dolphin diving or anything like that. And I was like, that's not the game engine, you know.
Yeah.
He pretty much pointed out things that were like,
It's talking about features rather
yeah,
than.
features and not like the game engine
Yeah.
itself. And it just annoyed me that these idiots who think they know what to talk about and they just don't. If he came out and said, well, valid reason, like a lot of valid reasons, you know what I mean? Well, studies show that such and such, but like it was just he goes, he's just talking shit. I'm kind of rambling now, but I just hate them idiots. Like that'd be me coming out and saying like, the new Mario game is shit if I played it for like 2 or 3 minutes. Like I've no experience, I've barely any experience with it, and I've no business talking about it. But I'd be saying like, such and such other game that's similar to it is way better, and of course I like that game more, so I'm biased to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Know what you mean?
Yeah. So we were meant to finish up.
Like
Uh,
10 minutes ago.
yeah, so I can
So
play Papers, Please.
this is what happens when I leave the outros to you.
Yeah, it's a long ass outro. So okay, that's been TakuCast this week. Hopefully we can get a guest for. I think it was about 3 weeks without a guest.
Yeah, a while. But
Yeah,
no, it's just after coming into my head. We're only like I think we're only 4 episodes, maybe 3 episodes away, and then we'll actually have GTA 5.
yeah, and then we'll do like impressions, thoughts, etc.
Yep.
Hope maybe it'll be our last like GTA special until the next GTA.
Oh, until 2 weeks after when online finally
Oh,
comes
true.
available.
Well then, yeah, we can do that then. All right, these episodes are making themselves. I don't gotta do shit. Um, so yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Mind yourselves.